So right here, I got a 2019 Tesla Model 3 standard range. Is this still a good car 6 years later? Let's find out.
For some strange reason, there is now a whole bunch of used old Model 3s out there for very cheap. My girlfriend picked this car up in August 2024 for around $17,000 before the $4,000 used EV tax credit. So what does this car have for this price? Let's get into it. This is a 2019 Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus with 70,000 miles on it. It has the 2.5 autopilot computer, which means it cannot get full self-driving unless we pay the $1,000 upgrade to the Hardware 3 computer. This car also just has the Intel Atom processor, which will hold it back from many new updates coming to the cars. And according to the car, it'll get about 205 miles of range from 100% to 0%. When we bought the car, there were some issues with it. The car needed some touch-up paint, the charge port door was not aligned properly so it wouldn't close all the way, and the touchscreen had a yellow haze on the sides of it. All of these repairs were covered under warranty and were free. We also replaced the 12-volt battery for $118 just for good measure. Now let's take a look at the interior of the car.
So here's the interior of the 2019 Model 3. The wheel's a little plasticky. I don't know how to explain it. Doesn't feel as premium as the 2024 Model Y that I have. And this is the center console here. A little bit different. So what you do is you push that forward. Oh, sorry. That's my bad, little man. Sorry about that. So you just go ahead and you push that forward, then you push this down too, and that opens up, and this opens up the big console area down here. And we got this part pull up. That's where you get your flash drive. So you can also see here, this is not a wireless pad, not a wireless charger pad. So you can't charge your phone in here. And then these are USB-A ports instead of USB-C. Whoa. So yeah, all you have to do to close it, you just pull this down, pull this down, pull this down. Doesn't matter, you can do them in any order you want. You can do that without pulling that up. You can pull this up, you can pull both of them up at the same time. That's cool. And if you can't, for some reason you can't close this, pops up, close console lid gently. I'm so sorry, Tesla.
Driving this car is a tad bit different than, say, driving a newer Model 3 or driving my 2024 Model Y. You can definitely hear a lot more of the road at higher speeds. The car squeaks a lot, and it's just overall different. With this car having the 2.5 computer, the cameras look a little grainy, and the autopilot visualization shows questionable things, to say the least. Don't get me wrong, the autopilot works just fine, but show me what it sees kind of scares me a bit. So since this car has the Intel Atom chip and it's on Hardware 2.5, it will not show parking lines when trying to park, and will not show any vision-based parking, and will only use the ultrasonic sensors to show distance. When we asked Tesla about the Hardware 3 upgrade, they said they couldn't guarantee that the parking lines will show 100% of the time after upgrading. So if you're wanting that, keep that in mind.
So in the old cars, you also get controls for your regenerative braking too. So you can see the stopping mode. You could even go into creep, which is just like every other car that isn't electric. You can do roll or hold like every electric car does. And then you can have the regenerative braking be low or standard. You can't do this in the new cars.
Charging this car is just like any other Tesla. It has access to Tesla's supercharger network and can charge at public spots and at home. This car has a 54 kilowatt hour battery pack. So at this public charger, it charges you about 15 cents a kilowatt hour and will do 5 kilowatt speeds. It will charge this car from 43% to 80% in 3 hours and 40 minutes. If you put the charging limit to 100%, it'll be about 6 hours and 10 minutes. If you want to charge this car from 0 to 100%, it will cost you about $8.10 at this public charger. Charging this at home is much cheaper but much slower depending on where you live. Charging it at home will have a 1 kilowatt speeds, and charging this car from 43% to 80% takes about 13 hours and 35 minutes. And then charging to 100% takes about 21 hours and 10 minutes. In Ohio, they charge me 7 cents a kilowatt hour, which means if I charge this car from 0% to 100%, it will cost about $3.78. So how do you know if this car is good enough for you? Well, this car still gets updates, it just won't get everything. It also might be good if you don't care about FSD and just want to drive it yourself, or if you're looking for a cheap entry-level EV to get started in the EV world. If you do care about that stuff, you can go for a new long-range rear-wheel drive Model 3 for $35,000 to get the things you want.
So is an old Model 3 enough for you? I'd love to hear it. Comment down below. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it.